Alright, I've got part 2 of the World Cup qualification series. This is Lootboy, Mexe and Skram, who qualified for EU 4th place. And this is breaking down their final game where they got a 20-point game, I think, with like 10 kills. And basically qualified off this. And this is just amazingly played by both of them. I just want to focus on basically the fundamentals that they do. And then they end up just popping off endgame. Skram gets like 8 kills solo. It's kind of ridiculous. Basically, I just want to focus on Mexe here. Skram tells him, hard path for me, I need to go for picks because I'm slightly low. You can see Skram's health is quite full. Mexe, good path here, blocks off the sides for Skram. They can both get out boxed up together and go for picks. In Joes, it's very important, especially in solos as well as supplies, is getting to a position of advantage and then going for picks, especially working together with both shooting ARs at the same time. Mexe gets up here. Again, these floor peaks looking down. Gets some tags. He ends up falling, and then Skram takes over pathing up top. And Mexe sort of just ends up playing for himself from the bottom, which ends up working out pretty well. Alright. Right now you can see he's not really got enough mats to get up back to Skram, so he decides to play for himself. Glider's over here. It's in a position of power where he's actually at the forefront of zone, and now he can turn around, hold people in zone, gets a knock. This is when Mexe pops off for a second. Realizes his zone bounces back further up the hill. This is where it becomes a bit of a clusterfuck. Everybody's trying to get up this mountain. Gets an limb here. Gets a second limb here. And I'm just going to swap over to Skram's POV from now on. Skram actually pops off. You can see how many kills he gets here. And basically how low Skram was and how he's constantly able to use solid mechanics to get away from other people. Alright. Right here, he side jumps to get away from these two guys. Two guys pressuring his walls here. And he's able to get away. Edits up. Realizes he's got the time. Again, another side jump. Or just jump up almost. Slightly lucky the guy misses his pump underneath him. To regroup. Again, solid duo fundamentals is regrouping of your duo and playing with them. Mexe actually pumps this guy at the same time Skram does. So they basically got a double pump on this guy. It takes time to heal. Gets edited down once again. And he gets over to Mexe again. Gets in his box. Both able to heal up. And this is where they end up playing with each other. This game was pretty stacked if you just look at the player list for a second. As Stompy Shinkin, Mitro Mongrel, and McDebeast and much of others. Alright, right now, Mitro and Mongrel both hop into Mexe's box as he's go pathing. It's really nicely played by Skram. He gets the double edit forward and the double edit here. And as soon as Mongrel runs out, he gets one pumped. And then again, really nice clean RPG placement. Look where he places this, bottom right. So Mitro falls down as he's trying to heal. Gets pumping on the way down. And this is where somebody takes over high from him. As they tank storm to get it. He starts working the RPGs above. Trying to get low ground shots on them. Doesn't have any mats to build in. And he starts to psycho this other player. Look, the bait away trick. He looks to look up in the skies if he's distracted by the other person to try getting this guy out of the box. Doesn't end up working. It's not really going to work at high level play. Nice jump peek. That could catch somebody off guard. But this guy covered his sides pretty well. He goes to the reload again. Other guys just find guilds. This is so nice. This is something like really underrated that not people do, is that if you stick your head through somebody's floor, so as he breaks the floor on the second swing here, he jumps up and sticks his head through the floor, and that makes the other guy price fall down. Able to get the limb and a lot of mats, and this is a really clean play. He picks up a stink as well. This is super crucial. Alright, right now he's not high ground. He needs to get high ground for himself, and he can do it with this RPG. You can see he builds forward once more for himself. And as the other guy comes onto his builds, here, he shoots down. Other player's going to reconnect onto Skram's builds. Gets the edit down. Super clean pump. Able to grab all the mats. And right now this is Stompy and Shinkin on low ground. Going for a kill. Throws a beautiful stink on the opponent. Now what this stink does, I'll just skip back a second, is... Oh, where are we at? What this stink does is it completely encompasses the center zone. Stinks in late game. Stinks in any part of the game are completely, strong. But the stink completely covers the center of the zone. And the amount of ticks this guy's taking... And just go back a second from when he threw it first time. The amount of ticks that... You can't... There's no way you can avoid a stink late game if it's center circle. So as soon as zone expands here... Stink, he throws it just ahead of zone. And then there's no way this guy can dodge it. Nothing he can do, and they both die. And Superboy play with Canada. And this is the game basically qualified. They didn't qualify by that much of a margin. but they qualified with this one game popping off, and this was their final game as well.